Hello, my name is Natalie Gonzalez, and I attend the University of La Verne, and I chose to do a poem book for my project-based learning, and this project-based learning is for 7th graders. Why this project? Well, poems tend to be the subtopic in language arts that students tend to be bored and uninterested in. Students have a hard time piecing together words to make meaningful poems. Poems can help students reflect about themselves and their feelings. It could be a way for them to be able to express themselves. And writing poems will enhance students' vocabulary and writing skills. Students will be allowed to create their own book of poems to reflect who they are. The learning outcomes is that students will improve their writing skills. They will be able to complete coherent sentences. They will be able to take apart and piece together their writing for better comprehension, and they will be able to learn how to write in tone. Also, they will be able to enhance their vocabulary. They will be able to work on synonyms and antonyms. They will be able to recognize these better. They will also be able to work with rhyming words, which a lot of students also have issue with this. The skills addressed would be imagery writing. This is writing that appeals to the 5 senses. Also narrative writing, which is writing narratives to be able to develop a story, whether the story is real or is a story that they made up. Also, they will be able to write clearly and coherently, in which they will develop their writing with organization and style that is appropriate to their grade level writing. Also, they will develop and strengthen writing as needed through their planning and editing and rewriting. Some ways that students can be motivated is that perhaps background music can be played so that it can help students reflect on their thoughts and their writings. Also, we can have students predict endings to poems that we are looking into to keep the students engaged. Also, we can have students reflect on their own personal response to those poems so that we can see where their understanding is at. Also, we can make sure that the students understand the poems that we are studying in class. Sometimes these poems are very hard to understand, and it could make things very confusing for the students. So it is important for us to make sure that they know and they understand the theme, the message, the tone, and the audience that the poem is intended for. So my project sketch is basically I would like to have students write 4 of their own poems, 1 haiku, 1 free verse, 1 sonnet, and 1 acrostic poem. They will learn these by studying 4 to 6 poems within their literature book, and taking these apart and learning their meanings, their themes, their tones, and the audiences that these are written for. While studying these, then they'll be able to develop the skills they need to be able to write the 4 poems of their own. And once they do all this, then all the students will piece all their work together onto a cardboard lining, which they can choose to decorate. Draw on it with markers, crayons, color pencils, or even use fabric that the teachers can provide to them, in which they can personalize their book and make it their own. And I feel like this project will help students achieve higher writing skills, higher understanding of poems, and also be able to express themselves to the classroom and to their other peers.